Hello, everybody. Welcome to our new podcast for the next 20-ish weeks, where it is called Road to Endgame, where we review every single Marvel movie leading up to Endgame, Avengers Endgame, and then Far From Home, and then we're done for like a year and a half at that
point. For a while, yeah.
Yeah, so...
Far From Home might be a different thing.
Yeah, that might be... We might have to throw that into the Spider-Man one. Anyway, So yeah, that's so we're here to talk about Iron Man. Iron Man. That's the first MCU
We're going
movie.
Every week is going to be a different movie.
Yeah, a couple weeks are going to have to be 2 weeks because of the way the schedule lines up, and you can all hear my lovely McDonald's bag. Anyway,
that's all I got to say about that.
We're so professional.
We're fucking nerds sitting in your bedroom talking about fucking superheroes. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, this
Who gives a shit?
It fits the tone.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're rewatching all these movies. So like week by week, we're going through and we're like, all right, what do you think of Iron Man 1? What do you think of all this stuff, etc., etc. So I guess how did you feel going back to this? Like, how did you feel seeing the birth of the MCU?
It's pretty weird because it doesn't feel like it's the birth of anything when you watch it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kind of like a movie that exists in a space. I guess like it's weird to see a Marvel Cinematic Universe without all of the more fantastical elements. Like it really does just feel kind of like a sci-fi movie or like you know what it feels like? It feels like one of the like Fox Marvel movies. Like it follows kind of the same plot structure as like Daredevil or Fantastic Four or whatever, but it's like way better.
Yeah.
That's how it feels to me. Like it follows a similar plot structure and some similar story beats. Mix in a little Batman Begins and you've got this movie.
The entire time I was watching it, I was like noticing all this subtle world building. Like they didn't know if this was going to take off and turn into what it would become.
Dude, yeah, I had right off the bat when they introduced like Tony Stark and they give him like his award and have that big like video thing and like I actually did want to touch on that a little bit.
Oh,
every fucking time. Silence your damn phone. Every goddamn time. Seriously, every time we record the podcast specifically, you fucking always end up hearing the fucking Street Fighter music. Like, what the fuck? Anyway.
Go on.
I noticed there was a newspaper clipping talking about his parents' death, and like
that was cool.
It described it in basically the exact way it happens in Civil War, but without Bucky.
Like I liked that. I liked the Shield stuff.
The Shield stuff was cool.
That because like if you were a comic fan, and like that'll geek you out so hard.
Well, okay, like I feel like this is an important thing to touch on. Like they picked Iron Man specifically because like nobody else wanted to make a movie about Iron Man because he was so obscure at that point. Like you had to be a comic book fan to know him, so nobody had done Iron Man in live action before. He was kind of the only one of their like major heroes that hadn't had a live action adaptation.
Right.
Like Thor's been on the Hulk show. Like the Hulk had a TV show and a movie. The X-Men, the Spider-Man, whatever. They were all Marvel's rights were fucking everywhere, and like it's kind of amazing to me that that you can look at where these characters are now and think about them all as like pop culture icons. But if you go back to just 10 years ago. Like, Iron Man was an obscure character.
Like, I remember the lead up to this movie. I'm like, why the fuck are they doing it? Like, I knew who Iron Man was because I followed comics.
People thought he was a robot. People didn't think he was a human in a suit.
That's hilarious.
That's a real thing. Like, in order to, like, gain interest in this movie, they started doing focus groups just to prove to people that Iron Man wasn't a guy, a robot. Like, that's a real thing.
So, like, my response as someone who read comics at the time was like, why the fuck are they doing an Iron Man movie?
I think back then I was like, the only Marvel movie that I thought was like bizarre that they were making was Captain America. Because like Iron Man made sense to me. Like he's a very cinematic character. Thor, I thought like it wouldn't have worked if you didn't get Kenneth Branagh to direct it, because Kenneth Branagh is known for like being like into like the more Shakespearean aspects of things and like really into like, you know, all that stuff. So like I thought like, yeah, that's the only way to make this movie work. And then like Captain America, I was like, how the fuck are you going to do that in today's climate? Like the character inherently doesn't work in today's climate. And lo and behold, like they did the fuck out of that movie.
Yeah, all three of the Captain Americas I really enjoy.
I only like the second one. I only love the second one. I like the first one, and the third one I'm like kind of about. But we'll get to those. This one, it was like crazy though, because like not only did they take the source material seriously and like really put it, you know, how do I put this? Like they took it seriously and they really like pushed the boundaries for it in terms of like what suspension of disbelief could be and so on and so forth. But also like it feels so grounded in reality compared to most of the other.
Right.
Even like the Hulk and Iron Man 2 don't feel quite as grounded as this first one. Like,
I really like that. One thing I really like is like Robert Downey Jr. fucking carries this movie so unbelievably fucking hard.
I kind of disagree.
Like every time he is like doing something, I'm just like, I want to see what fucking Tony's doing.
Been watching after watching it, because I remember back in the day, like when the movie came out, everybody was like, Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark, and now it's like impossible to imagine anybody playing that role. But like, how do I put this? Like, compared to some of the later performances he gives and some of the like much more character-driven, you know, entries in the series, whereas this one's grounded in the concept, the other ones are grounded in character, I feel a lot more. So like, it kind of feels like his performance is a little dry, you know, to me at least, compared to like.
Well, compared to what you get in 3 and 2 and.
Well, just like in Avengers 1 or in Infinity War or, you know, even Spider-Man Homecoming, where he's like very involved and very invested in what's going on with Peter, but also like, I just feel like this is definitely like, this first one definitely feels a lot like here's Iron Man, like here's Robert Downey Jr. trying to find this character, and he perfects it as it goes along.
But even then, though, you can see the pieces in this first one.
Yeah.
Like that scene, this is probably one of the most relatable scenes in this movie to me, because I'd asked for the exact same thing. So, okay, we need to get you to, like, when he gets back from the Middle East, and they're like, hey, we need to get you to a hospital. No. First thing first, I need an American cheeseburger.
Right.
And we need to have a press conference.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, you know, if that happened to me, the first thing I would say upon landing in Reno is, okay, we need to get to Juicy's.
Right.
And then we need
to record a podcast.
Then record a podcast.
Yeah, no, I love, like, I like little character bits about this guy that, like, kind of get lost as the movies go bigger and bigger and more fantastical. But, like, back then it was kind of hard to imagine something getting bigger. So it's cool to come back to this and think, like, this was, first of all, it was an independent film.
Yep.
Secondly, like, it's weird how, like, small it feels.
In
comparison.
Speaking of his interactions, I love his interactions with the robot. Like the arm.
Yeah, what happened to those guys? They just kind of like
they were
just kind of like fucked off after the first movie.
They were in the second, I remember, at least.
Probably a little bit. I don't remember them, but yeah.
I remember them being in the second, but yeah, like it's just like, if you spray me again, I'm donating you to a college.
A city college, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like,
I forgot he lived in California.
Yeah, Malibu.
Yeah, I forgot about that. It's like weird that the MCU, which is so grounded in New York, like started in LA.
Yeah, like he's in LA till the end of Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's
until Avengers, I think. Until they formed found the complex in
yeah, because Iron Man 3, it's still in Malibu because you have that scene.
His house blows up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I think he lives there until they make the big ass campus in upstate New York, and then he lives there. But like, I don't know. Yeah, it's crazy.
I like those pieces. Like, I like any time. Like, this has very little action for a superhero or action movie. Like, and I actually really ended up liking that because you just get tons of like world building, but it's like subtle. It's
Right.
not. It's like the Shield. Like Coulson shows up and talks about Shield. If you're not into comics, you're like, oh, government agency thing.
Right.
But if you are into comics, you're like, that's fucking Shield.
Right.
You know, and that's super cool. It's very much the opposite of like, you know, a movie that does it poorly, like Batman v Superman.
I think a better example would be like
or Amazing Spider-Man 2.
In The Dark Knight Rises, when like at the end of the movie,
Robin.
Yeah,
the
Robin
dumb.
thing. They were like, you should go by your real name, Robin. And everybody's like, but that's supposed to be for the fans, so they should have been like Dick Grayson or something like that. Like, it would have been way better
Or just, I always think back to Batman v Superman and the fucking Flash shit.
I didn't think that was that bad. I didn't think that was that bad. It gets a lot of shit, but I feel like the worst thing about it is that it distracts from the rest of the movie, but it's not inherently awful.
The worst one for me, though, is Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Why? Wait, what part?
It's just like all the Sinister Six set up in that movie.
That was a little hokey.
Yeah, where I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ.
I think the worst one is still the Robin thing in The Dark Knight Rises.
That's also pretty bad.
The only reason why that's because like the Shield thing is cool because of world building.
It's also just so subtle. Like But
like the reason why the Robin thing sucks to me is it's like meant to be like a shout out for fans, but I feel like they didn't have enough faith in the fans to appreciate that for that Easter egg to like be an Easter egg. So they were like, we have to make it Robin so that everybody knows that he's Robin in this universe, and it's like we would have guessed that from the rest of the movie where he's helping Batman the whole time.
The reason I dislike Amazing Spider-Man and Batman v Superman more is they feel more like ads for future movies.
I don't agree with that.
Then like this feels like general world building where
I don't agree with
Amazing Spider-Man 2 it's a lot worse. Batman v Superman it does kind of feel like
I feel like okay.
But like it like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 ones in particular I'm just like motherfucker, is this just
I don't agree with that they feel like ads for future movies only in that like I think like like in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 I'll give you that one just because like yeah, it is kind of weird to see like Dr. Octopus's legs and the Vulture's wings and all this crazy shit happening that you're like, what the fuck is that? Like but I do feel like Batman v a lot of people complain about the security footage in Batman v Superman as being
that one doesn't bother me as much as the Spider-Man does, by the way.
Right.
Close.
I don't think the security footage thing or the Flash cameo is that bad if you know the DCU. Kind of in the same way that like if you knew the Marvel Universe, S.H.I.E.L.D. would not just be another government agent to you. So like I feel like it's not horrible. It's not amazing, but
I think it's like not as I think it's a lot more blatant than this like Iron Man 1 thing.
Yeah, it is, but it's not meant to be a subtle cameo either. Yeah. It's meant to be like, hey, we're doing the Justice League soon, like look out, which again like kind of an ad, but I still don't feel like it's straightforward like watch out for this next movie in the series. It's just kind of like
we are doing
fans like this is a thing we're doing like
we are doing Justice League.
Yeah. It's
versus...
like and they even kind of contextualized it and used it to give Wonder Woman a purpose to be in that movie, which I'm totally fine with because all of her stuff is the best part. Yeah, all of her stuff is like some of the best parts of that movie. So anyway, like getting back to Iron Man, like it's cool to see the world building shit. It's cool to see the cast is phenomenal. Even like Jeff Bridges, like
yeah, dude. I was just like cigar chomping businessman Jeff Bridges.
Yeah. Which
I was
like
feeling it.
Nobody talks about when they talk about like cool Marvel villains, and I kind of get it because like by the time he puts on the suit, you're like whatever, stop monologuing, like you become cheesy villain.
Yeah, like
but up until that point, like
the first 2 acts of this movie are so fucking good and so clean, and then the third act is kind of just like it's just very
That's how all the Iron Man movies go. Except 3.
3 is I was gonna say
a mixed bag.
Like 3, 3 from my memory, I really loved its third act. But anyway,
I thought the third act of 3 was hilarious.
Fucking hopping from suit to suit.
I thought that the big revelation in the third act was played so fucking funny that I couldn't even be mad about it. And I wasn't anyway because it was spoiled before me before the movie. But we'll talk about that more when we get to 3.
But Pepper Potts in this was great. Like, I love...
She's fantastic.
I actually buy her chemistry with Tony in this one more than the others.
Yeah, she has a better role in this than she does in the others. Like, eventually she kind of just gets subjugated to, like, girlfriend of the superhero, and that's a little bit a bit of a bummer because Gwyneth Paltrow kills it. Happy Hogan, not as big in this one, but, like, I kind of forget that he exists until he shows up, and I'm like, oh yeah, I fucking love this guy.
He's also the director for this one.
Jon Favreau.
That's just weird. It's his own weird
Who's, like,
thing.
done a ton of, like, visual effects stuff. Like, that guy is, like, known for this shit.
That's actually, by the way, so you watched my Blu-ray of this.
Yeah.
And I want to point this out. That CG in that fucking Blu-ray menu was hilarious.
Garbage. It's like almost as bad as like Iron Man suit looks in like Avengers Infinity War. Which we'll get to because that does not look good.
It does not.
It doesn't look good.
Which is a shame because that's one of my favorite suits.
Yeah. Just like the CG doesn't look real at all. This movie, I think the suit looks more real in this movie than it does in most of the other ones.
Yeah, same.
Like, I don't buy it. Yeah. But I almost buy it.
But back to what I was saying earlier, like, I love how, like, there's, like, 25 minutes of action versus most superhero movies, it's, like, 50.
Right.
I just like how it's, like, a lot, like...
They show what you need to show.
Yeah, and I also just like the setup where it's just, like, you get a lot more Tony Stark being Tony Stark in the sense that, like, a lot of suit building, and I love it. And I love the main theme for all that shit. And then, like, even in his fight with giant robot Jeff Bridges, like him like doing the flight thing.
Right.
That was so cool. Where like earlier in the movie he's just like, shit.
What I think is cool about this movie more than anything else is that it's so like definitively Iron Man. Like I don't think they're ever gonna make an Iron Man movie that's more Iron Man than this. You know what I mean? Like
like
even the like later representations of Iron Man in the MCU like don't feel quite as like true to form as this one, and Marvel's really good about nailing some of its characters and not as good about nailing others. Like they eventually find a groove where like they know this is the space they exist in, and so this is where they're gonna be, and that means tweaking the character or adjusting the, you know, and then in this one it's just like, let's just make an Iron Man movie.
There was one part of this movie that really dated it. It's at the beginning. It's like, don't put this on your MySpace, okay?
Right.
I was just like, Jesus fucking
all the
Christ.
flip phones and
just like there's so many parts of this movie where I'm just like, oh right, this came out the end of my sophomore year of high school.
Right. It came out the same year as The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Also, I actually have a really weird memory of seeing The Dark Knight in theaters. Is like I went like. It was one of those summers where it was just like just pure smoke outside.
Right.
And like we walked through the smoke haze nightmare with no mask or glasses on to fucking go see it.
I saw that movie, The Dark Knight, like 8 times in theaters. No, it was like 6 times in theaters, which is a ludicrous amount.
I saw it twice, and if you know anything about me when it comes to seeing a movie in theaters, that's fucking like never happens.
It's insane that someone would see a movie 6 times in theaters. You'd think after, like, the 3rd viewing, you'd just want to do something else.
If I see a movie twice in theaters, that means I find that movie to be fucking incredible.
Right. Like we'll probably make a Batman one of these at some point, because I have a lot to say about these goddamn Batman movies. But The Dark Knight, in retrospect, is not my favorite, but at the time was probably my favorite movie of all time.
Animated ones?
I hate this conversation.
Because if we are, Mask of the Phantasm all day,
I fucking hate this conversation. Let me tell you why Batman Mask of the Phantasm... Let's derail from Iron Man for just a fucking second. Cause let me tell you why Batman Mask of the Phantasm isn't the best Batman movie. Okay? It's a great Batman story. The cast is phenomenal, and they kill it. They bring it. The writers, they do a fine job. But the pacing in the movie is garbage. Okay. The fucking animation is the same quality as the TV animation. It drives me crazy because people are like, let's put this on the same level as like Academy Award-winning Jack Nicholson as the Joker. We'll do a Batman cast.
Let me throw another one at you for Batman, though. Under the Red Hood.
No. I mean,
okay.
I don't know. I think of them as 2 different mediums.
All right,
animation and live action.
Out of the live action ones.
It's the same thing as when everybody's like, my favorite Batman actor is Kevin Conroy, after someone says, like, Affleck or Bale or Keaton, and you're like, dude, you know what I'm fucking saying. Like, of course Kevin Conroy's the best Batman, because his face isn't in there.
My favorite out of the live actions is the first Burton one, the Batman 89.
I like Batman Returns a lot.
It's a great flick, yeah.
But again, we'll talk about.
We'll get to fuck Batman. We
have an Iron Man cast. I can't even fucking talk about fucking Iron Man without making it about Batman. This is a problem for me.
Brandon and I both love Batman. I have a stack of Batman books under my bed. So yeah.
Yeah, my room's kind of disgusting with Batman shit.
Yeah, it's like me with Nintendo.
Right, it might be worse.
Yeah,
it might be worse. I have like a Batman cowl on display and like all sorts of shit. Anyway,
I actually posted all my amiibo on Instagram, and I'm like, I have a problem. And my like 60-year-old cousin posts, your only problem is that you need more shelves.
Yeah,
and I'm like, fucking, how are you this old and this cool?
Right. I feel it.
So
anyway,
yeah. So a couple other notes. I really like the whole. I really like how you can tell the year it was set. Anytime that main theme, anytime he's building shit, I love it. Like the first time he touched, yeah, dude,
yeah, it's pretty cool.
So fucking Iron Man.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Such a good, so here are my kind of complaints. One, Jeff Bridges kind of falls apart in the last act.
The whole thing does, but Jeff Bridges
does. There's so many plot holes in the fucking warmonger, thread. Okay, if you're trying to, take over the company and trying to be subtle about it...
Why would you kill the CEO?
Yeah, well, first off, okay, you can kill the CEO. Why didn't you kill the CEO when you fucking paralyzed him?
Right.
And then, on top of that, you have the... you spent all this time trying to kill the CEO, so you're the guy now. Alright, fine. You had him.
Right.
You just were behind him, just plug on. Poof, okay, cool, done.
Yeah, there were hella moments where when Pepper puts the fucking files on that drive and then just sneaks it away, and he's like, "Is that today's paper?" And lets it happen, goes back to his computer because he fucking knows something's up. Instead of just running after her because it would look suspicious, or calling security because she stole shit from him. He's just kind of lets her go.
Yeah.
What happened? He's not great at executing his evil plan.
Also, he's trying to be subtle. You want to know what's not subtle? Having a giant robot fight in the middle of the fucking street.
Or telling him that he was the one who locked Tony out in front of the entire media.
Yeah.
Becoming the bad guy in front of the entire media. It was a dull roar. So they're nobody could hear you, but I'm also I've been to events like that. Mm-hmm. You could have heard that guy.
Which is a shame because Jeff Bridges in those first two acts is really fucking good.
Even in the moments where
Tony.
Yeah. Even in the moments where the writing for the villain doesn't hold up, his performance is
his performance is great.
Jeff Bridges is a great actor.
He is. They got a good one for it. I'll say
I really wish he played Eggman.
Yes.
I like Jim Carrey. That's gonna make for a great bad movie.
Yeah, but want Jeff Bridges?
Jeff Bridges would have been amazing. Yeah.
So I like that. I think the fleshing out of the first couple builds of the suit, him testing the suit's awesome.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Like the ice thing, and then how that comes back in the final fight, like I mentioned. That was cool. That's
a trope that I've grown to hate.
But for Iron Man, it makes so much fucking sense.
Well, for this movie, even it just doesn't feel bad. In most movies, when they do the whole remember earlier in the movie when he struggled with this. Well, now he's using it to his advantage. It's come on, guys, be more creative than that. Yeah, I feel that's just kind of lazy.
In this, it just works though.
It works in this because it's science and technology. But in most movies, it's here's a magic spell he couldn't do, now he can, or here's a weird thing that he got earlier in the movie. Now fucking the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Koopa, the fucking Mushroom King is a literal mushroom. He's just a fungus that covers the city, so you live in your king now. Phrasing, and at one point he drops a bomb in front of Mario in his gross fungus fingers, and Mario pulls the bomb out and just tucks it in his fucking belt and is like, that's probably going to be used later in the movie. And then he goes to fight King Koopa, and he just slowly cranks the bomb.
Why are we talking about the Super
Because
Mario
it's
Bros.
so
movie?
funny! Why do people not talk about this movie? It's so so good.
Fucking travesty.
It's like one of the best bad movies ever made. Like, go back and rewatch this. This is brilliant.
It's single-handedly made Nintendo not want to make a movie for 2 decades.
Until Detective Pikachu.
And that's not even full Nintendo. Nintendo only owns part of that.
No, that's a Nintendo. That's pretty much a Nintendo thing.
They own half of it.
Because of the Pokemon Company?
Yeah.
Yeah. They're making a Mario movie with Sony. It's animated.
That can only go well.
It's animated.
I hope it goes well, man.
Dude, whatever, I don't care. I don't give a fuck about animated movies.
Oh.
I like animation. I hate where animated movies have gone.
I hear Spider-Verse is great, though.
Spider-Verse is supposed to be amazing, but it's also like not your typical animated like CGI garbage fest.
We need to...
Yeah, we need to focus back up.
Iron Man. I really enjoy him going back to the Middle East to fuck up terrorists. That was cool.
I like that this movie feels so like... Sorry if there was some feedback. I kicked the mic stand.
Yeah.
I like that this movie feels so un-Disney.
Like it's very gritty, grounded.
It's very adult.
Yeah, like that. Like you get
not in like a way that like feels gross.
You get to see Playboy Iron Man at the beginning a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
that was nice.
He fucked that bitch.
That girl was fine.
He fucked her.
That girl was fine.
It was weird though.
Yeah.
It was like weird. She like climbed on top of him after their weird exchange that should not have led to sex. So he was just like, she was recording him for like a magazine, and she was like, "Why are you selling weapons to terrorists?" And he's like, trying to get a nut. And then like they end up in bed. Then she's just like climbing all over him, like viciously and violently, like making out with him, and like just a really. I was watching it with my girlfriend, and we were just sitting there, and she was like, "That is really awkward. It just looks weird." And I'm like, "Is that what sex looks like?" Like on the what a weird scene. They tried to do that in Green Lantern too.
Never saw it.
We're gonna have to watch that then in our DC thing.
Oh God.
It's another great bad movie.
Another winner, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, so back to that was weird. I do like the exchange with her and Pepper.
Yeah.
That was funny. Like, just her talking shit to Pepper and being like,
it's like weird that they brought her back later.
Yeah.
Like
twice,
yeah, because she was like, for a minute there I really thought you changed. And Tony's like, what are you talking about? She's like, I see you selling your arms to all the Middle East terrorist groups. Mm-hmm. And he's like, the fuck are you saying? And like, she just like keeps like throwing fucking shade at him. And I'm like, bro, the guy obviously doesn't know what's happening right now. Like,
he's been underground. So I want to talk about this. We got to rate the Stan Lee cameo.
Oh.
Yeah. Out of 5, our boy Stan Lee.
This one was not good, or not bad. Sorry.
I give it a solid 3, right in the middle for me. Like,
yeah, I'd put it there.
Hey, I see you doing well. Turns around, Stan Lee.
Yeah,
it was all right. Yeah.
I like that they reference that again later in Iron Man 3.
Yes.
And Iron Man 2, right? No, I think it's 3.
In 2, I think he's Larry King.
Yeah, he's Larry King, but in 3, he's Hef again, I think.
Yeah, so...
It's good. It's good.
What do you rate it out of 5?
Probably about that. Probably about a 3. Yeah. I think most of the Stan Lee cameos... and that's not to derail anything that the man did. It's just to simply say, like, out of 10, it's like... Or out of 5, like, 5 being like, holy shit, that was amazing, and 1 being like, that's Stan Lee. Probably put it at a solid 3.
Yeah.
Most of them are going to hit 3, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
A 5 has to be, like, really fucking solid.
There's, like, 3 I can think of that are that in the MCU.
Right.
We'll get to those movies later. So, yeah, like, this is just a really good bedrock foundation for...
I don't even think of it like that.
And then, like, it stands alone as its own great movie. Like, you
that's kind of the thing I think about.
You could just watch this and be like...
One of the things I hate about, like, the whole, like, obsession with cinematic universes now, that Marvel, by the way, created. Yep. Not created, but like
really popularized.
Like, yeah. One of the things I hate about it is, like, all these, even in some of the, like, later Marvel movies, is that so much of it has to be, like, we've got more of these coming, and you got to watch this one in order to get the big crossover event.
Yeah,
like this one, you don't need that. There's a documentary on the bonus features for the first Iron Man.
There is?
Yeah, it's about the creation of Iron Man, and Stan Lee's bit in that made me choke up a little bit.
Aw.
Because, it's about the creation and evolution of Iron Man across the ages, leading up to where this movie came out. And, it made me choke up a little bit. Just because, Stan Lee was talking about, where he was coming from with Iron Man and how he, created him as a character at a time where, everybody was, hating on, big billionaire industrialists and armed dealers, and they hated the war, and they hated everything, and, all of his readers hated that, so he wanted to make a character that was that his readers had no choice but to love because he was such a good guy.
Mm.
And he ended up making Iron Man, and I guess, female readers specifically, really resonated with the character.
I really liked the recent comic he has going on right now, Tony Stark Iron Man. It's been really good so far.
Has it been?
Yeah, I've really liked it. It's also expensive. They're selling 5 issues for $35. I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Comics are just expensive now.
Yeah. Anyway, it works as its own movie. They do subtle, good world building. The CGI is kind of inconsistent. Third act kind of shits the bed.
The CGI was really, really fucking solid then, though.
Yeah, there are 3 parts about the ending I kind of want to discuss. One, I like how Pepper's kind of the killing blow.
Yeah.
That was cool.
That was cool, yeah. They gave the kill switch to Peps.
Yeah, and then I like how how they set the cover up and whatnot, and then just he comes out.
He just blows it, yeah, true to Iron Man form.
I am Iron Man. Yeah. And just the Black
great
Sabbath
ending.
Plays.
Great way to end that movie.
And it was not common to sit through movie credits back then. That was not a common thing like it is now.
It had been done a lot in movies before. It wasn't the thing to do, but it wasn't unheard of.
Yeah, but it's not like now where I always sit through the credits now.
Well, yeah, that's because of the stupid obsession with cinematic universes that we have, changing the way that people make movies so that they're like TV shows now.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have words to say about that, but...
And anyway, this post-credit scene is so fucking good.
Right.
Because it sets up the... first off, it sets up the broader universe, because you get Nick Fury, and he's like, you think you're the only superhero now? Da-da-da-da-da. Just
right.
He's like, I'm here to talk to you about the Avengers Initiative. And just... Ooh!
Right. It's pretty solid.
Chills.
It's pretty solid.
Yeah.
It's pretty solid. The only post-credit scene I could think of that I liked more than that one, just in all of superhero movies, is probably the one at the end of Justice League that's not going to lead to anything.
I haven't seen the movie, so I can't. You want?
Dude, it's awesome. Can I spoil it for you?
No, I'm going to watch
it. Damn it.
Okay. You want to know what one of my favorites is?
Huh.
The end of Guardians 1.
Oh, yeah, that one's pretty cool. Yeah, that one's pretty cool.
Yeah, just...
Voiced by Seth Green.
Also weird.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Robot Chicken Guy. Chris Griffin.
Yeah. No, just, what about you? You overall, you like it? You feeling it?
Yeah. I feel about... I thought, being a little bit more critical about movies now, 10 years later, than I was when I was, 16.
Absolutely.
I thought I was going to come at this and, watch it in retrospect and be like, yeah, it was good at the time, but it's not as good now, but, no, it holds up. It all holds up. There are a lot of movies that, I fucking adore in the Marvel zeitgeist that I'm, afraid I'm not going to love doing this podcast, and I think, Avengers is one of them. I already, as the movie ages, I feel like it ages worse and worse, and it feels the most Disney to me out of all of them. But
we'll see. You never know. We might come out of Avengers and be like, okay,
still great.
Yeah, still fun.
Because I watched Avengers when the first Avengers came out. It was mind blowing.
Yeah,
that was 6 years ago.
There's still that scene where you get all of them together and the camera painters
It's a very cool
shit.
shot. Joss Whedon's not a very visual director, and it's a cool shot to come out of his ass. So.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna come out of this movie with weird opinions just because I kind of don't like Joss Whedon that much anymore.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You want to know what's... I'm not looking forward to next week. I'm going to be honest with you.
Why? Oh, we're doing two, huh?
Oh, no, Hulk.
Oh, Hulk.
Fucking sitting here, just... Went out when I bought my soundbar. I was like, well, I gotta get the next 2 weeks done, so...
Right.
This is cause it... By the way, this show is making it so I'm buying all the Marvel movies.
Yeah, I'm about to jump on that grind, too. I had some other shit to take care of, but...
so...
Bronson owns more of them than I do. Yeah. I have 2 of them.
I have 7 left, I think, and it's mostly Phase 1 shit.
You have 11 movies out of the series so far.
So... Counted that up there already? Damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have 11, and then those 2. Did you count the one in your bag? Is 11 total?
11.
Okay, so it's 11 total. So yeah, I'm missing 9.
Right.
And
you need to get the first Deadpool. That's pissing me off.
Yeah, I know. They didn't have it on Black Friday when I was buying those flicks.
It's just pissing me off now. They have my favorite release of that movie.
I also have Deadpool 1 and... Or no, I have Batman Begins and Dark Knight, but not Dark Knight Rises up there as well.
That's a little annoying.
Yeah.
You can't watch The Dark Knight Rises without watching the first 2, and I feel like now that it's out, it's like really hard for me to not watch all 3 of them. I know that not everybody feels that way because not everybody likes The Dark Knight Rises. And I like The Dark Knight Rises. I think it's fine.
I think it's a fine movie.
I think it's fine, yeah. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with it. I think it sucks that it had to follow up The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
It was never going to be as good as The Dark Knight, and it's not one of Nolan's stronger films, but I do think it's good. But I enjoy it, and I feel like you kind of got to watch all 3.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
You got to watch all 3. You can't just watch Batman Begins and be satisfied with that. Like, if you're going to watch them, you got to watch them all.
So,
it's kind of how I feel about these MCU movies.
Yeah.
It's like weird to just watch Spider-Man or just watch Avengers.
Yeah, well, we're in this for the next 20 weeks. 22 if we include Endgame.
22 weeks of Marvel.
Yep.
22 weeks of Marvel.
Yeah, doing 2 at a time some weeks.
Yeah. Are we going to make the Captain Marvel podcast when that movie comes out?
Yep.
That's going to be a weird skip ahead. Well, no, because that's like the second movie to take place in the series chronologically.
Yeah, so it's not going to be that weird. I mean, what's weird is going to be...
I'm excited about it.
What's going to be weird is in 3 weeks we're doing Captain fucking America.
Which I'm excited about.
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited to revisit that. I remembered that Hugo Weaving was Red Skull, and oh my fucking god, dude. What a great performance. What an over-the-top great performance.
I'm excited for a lot of these upcoming movies.
I'm excited to go back and revisit the really old ones.
The only one of these movies that I'm not excited to see are the second Thor and the Hulk.
I'm not excited to sit through the second Thor or Civil War or Black Panther.
Black Panther's fine.
I watched it twice. I don't know.
I
don't know.
So, granted, that movie's not that old, but going off of memory, my opinion of Black Panther is that it's fine.
It's an okay movie.
Yeah.
I think it's okay.
It's kind of how I feel about...
I don't think it's great.
But, so we got to rate this out of 5. Now, once we get through Phase 1, we're going to start ranking them in order of how much we like them.
I think we should still do the out of 5 ranking.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely do that.
When we get to Avengers, we'll do an overall ranking system. So, and then for Phase 2, we'll do a Phase 2 ranking system. And so
we'll just rank them all.
I think we should do it by phase until Endgame comes out and then rank them all.
Okay, that's fine. Works for me.
Yeah, because by phase, we're not going to spend time Iron Man first, and then Avengers 2, and then then
we're each doing our own individual lists as well,
right?
So because we fucking can't agree on anything.
We
probably agree on some, but
we're about half and half.
But others, it'll be just.
We're about half and half. This DC podcast is going to be the death of us.
That's going to be fucking.
I think we're going to have to watch those movies together.
Okay,
because they're very divisive anyway.
We should watch these movies together as well, but.
I was talking to Stephanie about it.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of the perfect platform for this, but I really don't like watching movies with other people.
Okay.
That's it's a weird quirk of mine, but I feel like I get a lot more out of the experience if I just watch it for myself.
Man, I just got this sweet sound set up. We got the big TV.
Yeah, but then I have to go over to your house and sit in the room with you and watch this thing with you.
Okay.
Which is, again, not meant to be a personal attack.
I was about to be damn, we're throwing shade.
No, it's not. It's not just you. Even Kay sometimes, I'm just kind of Like, we were supposed to go see Fantastic Beasts 2 last weekend, but she hadn't seen the first one. And, like, I still haven't seen this fucking movie yet, and it's going to be the new James Bond where these movies come out every year, and I want to go see them, but nobody wants to see them with me, which is why I just go to the movie theaters alone now.
I'm going to Spider-Verse alone.
I'm going to Spider-Verse with a group of people, but I was going to go see it alone, probably.
People were like, I want to see it at Riverside. I'm like, fuck that, IMAX. So
That's where I'm going to the Riverside one, dude.
I always go to the IMAX.
I like the IMAX theater, but I feel like, I don't know, man.
It's right across the street from the comic shop.
Yeah, but Into the Spider-Verse is going to be a great movie. I have no doubt about that. Mm-hmm. But, like, I like IMAX for, like, huge, epic, like, Star Warsian, Endgame we'll fucking go see together at an IMAX because we have to make a podcast anyway.
Like that night.
We'll go see Sonic. We'll go see Sonic at the IMAX.
Yeah, because we hate ourselves. Yep.
Detective Pikachu because we love ourselves.
I
really want. What I would love for those two movies is for Sonic the Hedgehog to come out one week, and then Detective Pikachu to come out the next, so that we can go sit through Sonic the Hedgehog and just like. Fucking leave the theater either wanting to kill ourselves or having already killed ourselves from laughing so hard because it's gonna be terrible. There's no doubt. And then Detective Pikachu comes out as like the perfect palate cleanser.
So
that movie's gonna be good.
Here's another thing why I prefer the IMAX even for movies like Spider-Verse is I'm a very large individual.
Right.
Even after losing 70 pounds, I'm still a large individual.
Right. Movie theater seating is a little weird for you, huh?
So it's like going to the IMAX, like, I know for sure, like, I'm getting a comfy-ass seat. Right.
It's the same with the Summit, but that's a little far.
Yeah.
It's about the same distance.
Not for me. Yeah,
you're kind of in the middle.
Yeah, it's definitely, Sparks is closer. It is, like, because
Is it?
Yeah. It's closer on the freeway.
Yeah, I guess so.
Summit's further out. Summit has the advantage of being next to better food, though.
Summit has, I like Summit.
They got a good...
I like that theater a lot. They play all the anime movies that come to Reno there. Mm-hmm. So every time, like, a Your Name or a Fireworks comes to Reno, that's where I end up going, and I always have a good time.
Okay.
It's a good theater. But yeah, no, I just like watching movies by myself, and I like that I can pause them at my convenience and that I can, like, really absorb things at my convenience and, like, I don't have to sit there and talk to someone about it until afterwards or at all. Yeah. I found that my opinions on things tend to be kind of contrarian more often than not, and it's kind of annoying to talk to people when they're inherently not going to agree with you. Not that it's annoying to get an outside perspective, it's just, like, most people don't talk about things like that.
No, for sure.
So.
What would you rate it out of 5?
4.
Yeah, same.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
I think it's it's probably going to end up relatively high on my list of overall Marvels.
Yeah, like it's definitely like out of the 22.
The biggest strength for me for this movie is that they weren't making a Marvel movie; they were just making an Iron Man movie. And it knows exactly what it is. It knows what it wants to be. Some of the hokier elements are hokey, but like they don't feel too hokey.
I'm not a big I'm a big Iron Man.
Oh wait, no, there are a couple things I wanted to touch on though. Mm-hmm. Like Mandarin representation was in this movie that people never talk about this, but like the Ten Rings was a reference to the Mandarin.
Right.
The Ten Rings was a very cool way to reimagine the Mandarin character because Jon Favreau was just like, this character's hella racist. I don't know how to make him work in a live action movie. And like, yeah, comic book fans, I'm sorry, but that character's hella racist. He's inherently hella racist. There's no way about it unless you turn him into a fucking like orange-themed supervillain that is, like, really in love with, like, oranges and uses that as his weapon. There's no way to make the Mandarin work in live action. So, yeah, he's hella racist, but the Ten Rings was a very cool way to, like, subtly nod that, hey, there may be a Mandarin in this universe, or maybe actually this is the Mandarin and he's Iron Man's greatest enemy because he's a terrorist group, and this is a very modern, contemporary movie. And not a racist caricature of Asian people in the 60s. I thought it was cool.
We will talk a lot about the Mandarin once we get to Iron Man 3.
Right, but I wanted to bring it up now so that we can touch on it later.
That was a cool little nod.
That's a nod that people don't think about.
I completely, like...
It didn't hit you, did it?
Yeah, like, I just completely flew over my head. Like, I'm a big Iron Man fan, and I love this movie. Like,
yeah.
I fucking loved it.
It's a great movie.
You know, like
it's a great Iron Man movie.
and like, in spite of its flaws, I still really enjoy it. Which that
we were
probably
talking
says a lot
about this on
it.
Doom yesterday, but I was saying that like superhero movies are like kind of the only genre of movies where you can watch it and feel two different ways about it and still have both of those feelings be completely valid in that like you can watch it from the perspective of like a guy who likes movies and from the perspective of a guy who likes comic books and like there are some movies that are like just not solid movies but are fantastic comic book movies and vice versa. I would say The Dark Knight is a great movie but not a great comic book movie.
Yes.
Whereas like Batman v Superman is a great comic book movie, but not a great movie.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of great shout-outs and cool, like... So, it's like that. Like, Man of Steel, kind of in the middle. I don't know. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah,
but anyway, this is a great both. This is a great both.
It's a great both. 4 out of 5. Highly recommend. I can tell you right now...
If you haven't seen an Iron Man, like, what the fuck are you doing? You know? There are people out there. I know there are.
Yeah, so... Ray's never seen the first Iron Man.
Ray's retarded.
I'm the one who edits these, so he'll never hear this.
I'll tell him.
Just go home, hey Ray, you're retarded.
He's gonna walk in and I'm gonna be like, "You haven't seen the first Iron Man?" And he's like, "No, I think giant robots are stupid." And I'm gonna be like, "He's not a giant robot. He's not even a fucking robot. He's a guy with a maybe like you could argue like a robot suit, maybe." Like, not really even that.
Like, because I remember I was talking with him about it, like, about our posting schedule and, like, shit that we need to work on. And, like, we're like, yeah, we're starting the Marvel show next week. And he was like, oh, yeah, well, Iron Man, right? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, I should probably see that movie eventually. And I was like, fucking goddamn it.
He's got to be lying.
I mean, he's seen a lot of the Marvel movies, but he's missed some, too, so I don't know.
I feel like sometimes Ray just says he hasn't seen certain things to get under people's skin.
I think Ray lives his life to get under people's skin a lot of the time.
Yeah. Yeah. The man, the myth, the fucking autistic legend.
Oh.
He is a little bit like movie retarded, though.
Yeah.
He never saw Back to the Future, I don't think.
I didn't see that till college.
Dude, that was one of my favorite childhood movies. My birthday is Back to the Future Day.
Nice.
Yeah. I was born to love that.
I didn't...
We should make a list of all of what we both consider to be like the quintessential 80s cinema and do a podcast about that too.
Godfather was 70s, right?
Yeah, but I would say like I'm talking like Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, Batman, like Empire Strikes Back, like, Indiana Jones, Goonies. You know, movies like that, like Gremlins, like movies that like are just so like embedded in 80s pop culture that it's impossible to think about them without thinking about the 80s and vice versa.
So Stephanie and Ray have never seen The Godfather or Scarface?
I have both of those. I own both of them.
We should...
Oh, wait. I own Scarface. I don't own The Godfather
We should have them watch The Godfathers, because like, I think it's a fucking...
I think Scarface is better.
You get the fuck out of my house.
No, I'm just kidding. I do genuinely think that like there's a lot of things about Scarface that are like fantastic though.
Oh, I love Scarface as a flick. Like that, there's no doubt about that.
Fucking, They made a documentary about the director of Scarface.
They did?
On Netflix, I think. Oliver Stone, right? Was that him?
I think so.
I'm a bad movie fan.
I'm a bad movie.
I'm a bad movie guy. I can't remember the name of the guy who directed fucking... I think it's Oliver Stone. Anyway, like, they made a documentary about him, like, breaking down a lot of his movies, and he goes through Scarface, and it's pretty fascinating. Because it's like Jim and Andy, where, like, they talk to Jim Carrey about making that movie. But, this one's just them talking to him about making all of his movies, and it's pretty fascinating.
Huh.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Alright, so I think that's basically it. We both really liked Iron Man 1.
Next week is Hulk. Follow the Gamer Access on social media at the Gamer Access.
On Twitter is the primary active one. That's where you should really follow us.
Right.
Obviously, subscribe to the YouTube.
I've been Brandon at TV's Brandon Smith on Twitter.
At Gamecraft with a K, like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Mortal Kombat! That song feels like a seizure. Listening to that song makes me feel like I'm having a fucking brain aneurysm.
Yeah, we'll be back next week with Hulk, watch all other stuff. I actually might be on Twitch more soon. If not, I'll be on Stephanie's Twitch, LittleWoman21. So, bye all.
Are they gone?